What is going on, my peeps? Your boy Versatile is back with another video. Back here to discuss the OnePlus 8 series coming out. Most importantly, probably like the OnePlus 8 and 8 Pro. We know Pete Lau has been very vocal about how basically every year since like the OnePlus 6, really, coming out early, letting us know some of the tidbits about the upcoming device that they'll be releasing. OnePlus did come out with their 10-second trailer. What was it, yesterday or Sunday? Confirming that April 14th, the OnePlus 8 will be, launching or be revealed. So let's look at some of the specs that we know that it will have and some of the rumored specs that we think it will also have, and see if it will give Samsung and the other OEMs this year a run for their money. But before we get into that, make sure you guys ignite that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so that way you guys stay informed when I drop videos. Now let's get into it. So I have my phone here, and I'm going to read off some of the things that Pete Lau has said about the OnePlus 8 series and some of the other things that have came across the news in terms of the OnePlus 8. So Pete Lau has said that of course, like most devices this year, we'll have the 865. It will have DDR5 RAM, UFS 3.0 storage. So we know it's going to have 5G. We know it's going to have good, fast read-write speeds. But one of the things that they've included with the storage is that they have technologies called TurboWrite and Host Performance Booster. And so TurboWrite uses the upper section of the ROM storage as a high-speed read-write interval. And then each read and write will enter this high-speed buffer and then proceed to the next command of data transfer. And then Host Performance Booster is basically, it improves random read performance after extended use. So it's going to be pushing for more software optimizations, and then fast, smooth, efficient systems going on there. And so those are things in terms of the RAM that will make RAM that much faster. And so we already know OnePlus has very, very good or very, very fast performance in that category when it comes to using the device, opening apps, closing, transferring things to a OnePlus device is pretty fast. And so like to see that added on to it definitely lets us know that OnePlus 8 will continue and maintain that speed that we know that they are capable of bringing. The other thing that Pete Lau confirmed was that it's going to have a 120 Hertz fluid display, and that it's going to be a stunning true-to-life screen experience. So again, second device of the year, well, third device really, but I guess ones that most people care about, because I believe Oppo also released 120 Hertz displays, right? It's going to compete with Samsung in terms of how they utilize that 120 Hertz. We know the difference between the Pixel 4 series and the OnePlus series in terms of 90 Hertz was the different technologies they use in terms of DC dimming, or there was another one, but it's how it tries to lessen, or anti-flicker. It tries to lessen, flickering and stuff like that, especially at lower brightness, settings. So OnePlus did implement theirs a little better than the Pixel device. So we'll see how they implement the 120 Hertz displays to see how much more different is that going to be, or improved over Samsung's. We know that Samsung didn't implement 120 Hertz as well as they could have. Thus, that's why we see so much draw on the battery life from the 120 Hertz. And of course, it's expected that next year, most likely Samsung will fine tune that and make it better. But even then, we still get good battery life on the S20 series with the 120 Hertz. Back to the OnePlus 8. So it's going to be interesting to see how much better their battery technology and optimization along with their screen tech will be with a most likely bigger battery, as we continue to read down some of the specs and some of the things that we see from the OnePlus 8. What else will we be seeing from the OnePlus 8? Well, we definitely see we're going to get new stunning wallpapers that will highlight the vividness and the smoothness of the displays. They dropped those wallpapers, I believe that was also Monday, the 30th. So again, OnePlus is giving us some more vibrant colors in terms of their wallpapers, and they always give us pretty good wallpapers. I like the app that they had, Abstract, that kind of went along with the OnePlus. I enjoyed the download separate, but the artist that made the stock wallpapers had an app where more of his wallpapers you could use for their devices, and it looked very, very clean, looked very sleek, artistic, of course, and just it felt very nice, you know. And then of course paired with the 90 Hertz with the OnePlus 7 Pro, it was stunning. So we definitely see that kind of consistency to be maintained with the OnePlus 8. So we know in terms of design, the OnePlus 8 is going to have a punch hole display most likely on the front and on the left side. And it's going to have the triple camera system on the back again. Let me turn these notifications off. You know, y'all know I'll be forgetting that. So that's going to be pretty interesting. It looks like it might have shrunk a little bit to, I think it's 6.65 or 6.5 inches. We're going to have USB-C port, of course. And OnePlus did update their design logo for OnePlus, and that will be displayed on the back. It was shown off in the wallpapers as well. So that's like a nice little tweak that OnePlus is doing, just continuing to strengthen their brand. And it looks like there might be a couple new colors. One looks to be like a mint greenish color, and then another one looks to be on the same lines as like like that aura glow that Samsung had for like the Note 10 and the S10 series. Except it looks like it's probably going to be more matted, which probably will look really clean, because whether or not it does give an additional shine, you'll definitely get to see the gradients and colors on the back of the phone. Now, in terms of the OnePlus 8 Pro specifically, along with those triple cameras, it's supposed to have like a time of flight sensor to help with like depth of field and bokeh and stuff like that. The OnePlus 8 Pro could also be one of their first official water resistant or water certified display or phones for water resistance, which would be nice because a lot of people want that, of course. And we know the price is probably going to go up into the $800 to $850 range. That's still cheaper than $1,000, so we definitely could be happy there, especially with what they're going to be giving us. And it looks like the design might still be very closely related to the OnePlus 7 Pro in terms of the all screen or curved display. And it was a catch-22 for me, because although it looks very, very great, very amazing, the minute you try to grab the phone from up top to try to pick it up, you started touching stuff. So we'll see how they kind of incorporate their their touch resistance, or some type of way to limit the amount of accidental touches on the side of the phone. Thankfully, with Samsung's Good Lock, they have that Edge Touch app that you can download that will help you decrease the amount of touches by basically negating that whole side of, or the whole curved sides of the screen or display. So that way when you pick it up and stuff like that, you lessen the amount of accidental touches that occur. So it will be interesting to see how OnePlus, improves that aspect, because that's always like an ever improving situation as we continue to go down this line of waterfall and super curved displays. And one of the features that I'm definitely excited for the OnePlus 8 Pro is going to be wireless charging, and the fact that they might be bringing 30-watt wireless charging. Now, of course, with Oppo, they're experimenting with like 65-watt wired charging for their phones, and like 30 to 40 to 50 watt like wireless charging or something like that for like the Ace Reno or whatever. So seeing that they're kind of together, it's going to be interesting if we finally get that technology, with a new name, of course, implemented on the OnePlus 8 Pro, because it will be nice, and then hopefully, of course they won't provide you a wireless charger. They're going to give you your fast wireless charging brick, but it's going to be interesting what the price is going to be for the wireless charger, the fast wireless charger. How much is that going to be? Hopefully it stays in like the 30 to 50 range, no more than that. But it's going to be interesting. It's going to be super interesting. Now, one device that seems like it's going to be coming out along with the OnePlus 8 series, they're dubbing it OnePlus Z right now. Interesting name. Is supposed to be somewhat of a mid-ranger, I believe. According to these leaks, the OnePlus Z is notably different from any other OnePlus phone. The camera bump on the back is it's nothing that we've seen on a OnePlus product. And then, it's not too much. I mean, it does have a triple lens camera system on the back, but it just looks different. but they think it's going to be more or less like a dual lens, since it's going to be more on the cheaper side. So that's going to be an interesting device to, you know, see when that one releases. You know, that one also looks like it's going to have more of a rectangular camera module on the back, as we've been seeing with like the Galaxy S20 series and everything. So that's going to be pretty interesting. It seems like the headphone jack is extinguished from all phones, just about, except for maybe like LG's phones, but it's not showing up on this mid-range device. It appears through renders and whatnot. So that's going to be pretty interesting as well. So yeah, that's what do I think about a lot of this. Again, as I said, one of the features that I'm most looking forward to is going to be if it finally includes wireless charging, because we're already used to other devices having it, and these upgrades that we're getting are are expected, and or we've already kind of seen. And of course, we want to see how they actually utilize these features, but the feature that they don't have yet is wireless charging. So it's going to be interesting to see if they finally take that leap with the OnePlus 8 series, specifically with the Pro. And if they do, it's going to be a game changer, because it's going to be pretty fast wireless charging. And that's one of the things that I know I definitely stayed cautiously optimistic in terms of OnePlus 4 and stay patient about. I wasn't hustling or hassling OnePlus to give us wireless charging yet. And the reason why is because just looking at their history in terms of battery technology, they only give you what they know. They want to be top of the line. And like with wired charging, they were like one of the first to come out, or at least them and their parent company was one of the first to come out with blazing wired fast charging. And so it only made sense for them to want to step up and bring that A game with wireless charging. And they wanted to wait until they could bring something hot and super fire. And that's going to be 30-watt wireless charging. So that's going to be very, very cool if they can do that. And so I hope they can. But that's it for this video. Let me know you guys' thoughts down in the comments below of what you guys think about the OnePlus 8, OnePlus 8 Pro, the new OnePlus mid-ranger device. Let me know if you guys are interested or looking forward to it. Your boy Versatile signing out. And until the next video, wait for